What's up YouTube, Dad here from Zephyr Wargames doing you the budget Fluffal test hand video. So now I'm not a professional with the Fluffal deck, it's just a very fun deck that I chose to pick up, especially with Fusion Forces. Everything got a nice rarity bump. So I personally feel that Fluffals have the ability to go second very strongly. Now the way I played it is basically when going second, all the moves are if my opponent has no response. If I open up with Twin Twisters, then I'll be using those to clear back row just to be safe. And then we'll just try and do our best possible hands. Ideally, we're aiming for that OTK board. So, without further ado, we'll crack straight into this. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, I quite like Fusion Recycling Plants, so we'll activate that up in the field zone. Let's dump. So you've only got to discard one now. Obviously, I reckon you can probably get rid of reserve and change it for a different one. So we'll get rid of that. Add a poly to our hand. Let's normal dog for bear. Let's get our bear combo off. Send bear to grave for toy vendor. Let's activate toy vendor. Send in wings. So send wings for toy vendor. Frightfur goes to grave. Then we'll activate wings and bear's effect for a double draw, destroying vendor for the search. So there's our double draw. Vendor for the search of sabers. We now have the ability for 2 polys in hand. Well, 3 polys in hand, to be totally honest. Now, ideally at this point, you would want to use Twin Twisters. So the question is just what you use the Twin Twisters for. I mean, if you dump your chain's only going to search out your Frightfur Fusion. So I suppose if we Twin Twister with our Frightfur Fusion, because we're playing free, there's an extra one in the deck. Activate your poly. Send in... Where are we? Let's go with Kraken. So we'll go with Kraken for 1 Fluffal and chain using the poly. That then lets chain go off to add our Frightfur card from deck to hand. So we've got that to go with. Then we've got our Fusion Recovery to bring back poly and dog. Then if we activate poly with dog, Kraken and sabers, well, you've used Twin Twisters, you clear 2 back row. If your opponent's got more back row, I would probably advise going more for Tiger using Saber and Dog, just so you can clear 2 more cards. Otherwise, in this instance, you'll probably go for Sabertooth. Sabertooth will then revive Kraken. You can then activate Frightfur Fusion for Sabers, Dogs. I would say go all out, to be totally honest. You can't use chain, can you? That's all we can. So we'll literally only be doing for sabers and dog. Now at this point, if your opponent's got monsters on board, I'd probably advise Tiger, so Tiger can clear them off. Or if your opponent's got any back row left, they're either at this point in time bluffs or when you attack. So use Tiger's effect to pop 2. Otherwise your other option is going into Wolf. Now I personally like Wolf just because it can attack multiple times, so the Wolf would then get 2 attacks. However, I think at this point we've already got the 2 attacks with Krakens. You'd go, but Kraken can't attack directly. That's the only issue. Oh no, sorry. Kraken. If you used Kraken's effect, you target 1 monster your opponent controls, send it to the graveyard. This card cannot attack directly at the turn this effect is activated. So actually, yeah, you could have, when Kraken was out, used Kraken's effect to clear one of the monsters as well. Then when you bring him back with Sabertooth, you could use his effect again if you want to, because it doesn't actually state you can only use Kraken. So now Kraken can attack twice, directly or whatever. Sabertooth attacks, Tiger attacks, and they all gain, I believe it's 1300. Yeah, so they'll all gain 1300, so that is an OTK board. Now let's go on to test number 2. Now, like I said, I'm not full on with the Fluffals. I really do enjoy them. I think they're a really fun deck. And Kraken's only just come out, so I do need a heck of a lot more testing with it. So I'm learning just as much as you guys are with these test hands. So if I do miss anything, let me know, and then it's something more that I can work on and improve on. So I'm just hoping that this kind of gives you guys an idea of what kind of combos you can go for, and how consistent the OTK boards are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's quite a nice hand actually. So if we can get 2 polys to hand if we want, but we can also get a poly and a bear. So let's go penguin for dog, dog's effect for bear, dump bear for toy vendor, activating toy vendor. Now obviously we want to send wings for the draw. So we send wings, get the draw off, this poly goes to grave. Activate that. You can dump your owl for the poly if you want, but there's no, oh sorry, before we do anything like that, wings and bear and vendor. So 2 off of wings, search off a vendor. Now I personally would say sabers. Now I would say activate repair plant for owl. Owl gets you the poly. Now because we haven't really got any twin twisters, probably say poly with, let's leave us with something on board. So let's go with penguin and wings for tiger to try and clear 3 back row. You get a double draw off of penguin, discard fright for fusion because you've already got the one. I don't think we've got anything grave that can go off. You can stack sabers back if you wanted to. Now what have we got? Now we can go into Kraken if we want to. So activate Frightfare Fusion, banishing sabers, and we want to keep wings there for next turn. So let's banish owl. That gets us Kraken out. You can stack sabers if you want to. So you could put back your fusion reserve or your owl, whichever one you wanted to. Oh, you can't stack sabers, sorry, duh, we just banished it. Pay attention. So yeah, that's your board there. Now, Tiger has cleared 3 cards. Now let's be honest, your opponent's opening hand is going to be 5. So if you've cleared 3, there's still only 2 on board at worst case scenario, unless they've managed to Pot of Desires. So there's still 2 more on board. Depending on what your opponent's board is, you can use Kraken's effect. Kraken to send one of those to grave. So let's say we cleared 3 back row, there's 2 monsters on board. Kraken send 1, Kraken attack to clear that. Tiger attacks, dog attacks, depending on the level of attack. So it's not exactly an OTK board, but it's still a very, very strong board because Kraken now goes to defense. Frightfare Tiger gives Kraken an extra 900 and himself an extra 900. So they're still a very, very strong board. Now let's go on to test hand number 3. Right, so test hand number 3. Like I said, I don't, like, Fluffals are fun. I don't think they're going to be meta destruction. I would love to see them do really, really well at like a YCS or a nationals or anything like that. Even at regional level would be really, really fun. Anyway, right. Okay, so this is quite interesting. Let's get the bear combo off. So we'll go normal dog, dog's effect to get bear's effect to get vendor. And then we're going to send wings with vendor anyway. I'll shuffle first. So it's a very, very nice combo for draw, discard 2, draw 2. Or draw 3 actually, by the time you searched off a vendor. So draw the 2 from wings, so you're destroying your own vendor. Vendor's effect then goes off to add whatever you would like. So Kraken can obviously be made right now. I suppose if we go Edge and Saber. Now, obviously, one thing that I was told is if you make a card with cat, you can make cat chain link 2. So if you make tiger with cat, you can make cat chain link 2, so your opponent doesn't strike your tiger. So you're always going to clear back row, which is very, very nice. Considering we've got King of the Swamp, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's be more protective, shall we? So, I mean, even if my opponent's got a warning, I've got 2 polys there plus a discard for the poly. So, right. It is right, isn't it? It's Edgent, Sabres, or Fluffal Monster. Yeah, cool. Right, so we search out the cat. Let's activate the poly. Let's go with cat, King of the Swamp is Sabres, and then let's go with Penguin. So we'll go for Tiger. Tiger's going to be popping 3 cards. We'll make cat chain link 2. So cat then returns a poly, which is very, very nice. Tiger then pops 3. Then Penguin goes off on a separate chain. Oh no, hang on, I think this goes in the same chain anyway. Anyway, draw 2, discard 1. So, double vendor. It's sent to the graveyard. Well, we've got 2 polys. Do we need both polys in hand? But do we need 2 vendors? The vendors then help. Let's get rid of the fusion recycling plant. Let's go with 1 vendor. Let's discard 1 poly for the draw. Sabres. I don't think that counts, does it? No, because it's a Fluffal, so that goes to grave. But I can still stack the Sabres if I want to. Actually, what am I talking about? I've still got Tiger's ability there. Sorry, I just need time to think sometimes. So if I activate poly now and use chain, I'm making chain, tiger and dog. I make Sabertooth indestructible. Sabertooth brings back tiger. To be totally honest, have I already used the wings combo? Yeah, I've already used the wings combo. Don't go away. Chain goes to grave. Chain lets me search out. Fight for fusion. So this is where I can get the Kraken out. So we've cleared 3 monsters with Tiger. We've got an indestructible Sabertooth. And now we're about to activate Fright Fair Fusion. Send in banish Chain and banish Penguin. For now, gets us Kraken. Now, to be totally honest, it depends what your opponent's got on board. I personally say, if I don't think my opponent's got anything, you could probably go all out and get rid of your cat and your dog as well, and go into your wolf, and your wolf can attack like 4 times. Otherwise, you're Kraken to send a card your opponent trusts, send a monster your opponent trusts to the graveyard. Kraken is then very, very useful. At this point, I wish I hadn't have got rid of the poly, but you know that's what hindsight does for you. But yeah, either way, you can end the board like this, or with a wolf here, and you just go in 22, 22, unless you use his effect. Actually, more than that, because Sabertooth gives it 400, and Tiger gives it an extra 900, so another 13. So you're at 35, 35. God, maths style. 29, 32, and then 37. So that's game. These 3 on board kind of equal your game. And if you haven't gamed, you've got a Kraken moving into defense. But like I said, the ability to not allow your opponent to strike your Tiger is very, very nice with Cat. And I'm pretty sure you can do it with Penguin as well. Anyway, let's go test hand number 4. Brain is turning to mush early on a Saturday morning. Oh well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now people have asked me like why I'm playing Fusion Substitute. Now you can easily make this into a poly if you want, but to be totally honest, we've got Fusion Recycling Plant which searches out the poly, and the reason that the Fusion Substitute is there is if it does get milled, you've got the banish for an extra draw. Should you need it, I'm not guaranteeing saying you will, but should you need it, it is there. So let's normal the owl. I've got to remember our second effect as well. I'm very, very... Like I said, people that have played this deck like inside and out for a while will know this. Obviously, this is all from a noose perspective, so whatever I do miss, I do apologise. Okay, so we added the poly, not that we needed to. Let's activate Owl for 500 with King. King brings out Kraken. Kraken's effect to send a card. Then let's activate Fusion Substitute, I believe. No, because you have to use monster you control. Oh, that's it, sorry, the Wii. Fusion Recycling Plant, send Substitute, add a poly. I will get there eventually. Speed up brain. Add the poly. Activate your poly. Gets you Sabertooth. Sabertooth provides Kraken, so now he can go off again. Activate Frightful Fusion. Send in King, Owl, and Wings. For Tiger. I don't think there's any. Oh, actually, I could have drawn with Wings. Apologies, missed that one out. God damn it! If I had drawn with Wings, I know I couldn't draw with Wings because I need a toy vendor. Meh. Anyway, pop 3. Opponent has a response. Opponent has a response. But then you've got Kraken that can then send or attack twice. You then got Sabertooth that can attack, and then Tiger that, if it stays alive, can then attack with the added boosts. So, again, that's possibly... I think these 3 are your OTK boards, straightforward. So even with me playing that hand completely, terribly wrong, you still managed to get the OTK board. Right, final test hand. Test hand number 5. Trying to make sure he gets a very decent shuffle. Right, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is this? Oh my god. Anyway, poly. I can't really. Let's do. Oh, hello. Chain and Wings. Sorry. Chain and Cat for your Kraken. Cat return poly. Chain add. Where are you? Frightful Fusion. Activate poly. All of those. Well, use Kraken's effect. Activate poly for all of those. Bring out your Sabertooth. Sabertooth revive your Kraken. Then activate your Frightful Fusion. Send in Vanishing Chain and Wings. You can go into Sheep if you wish. But you can also go into your second bad boy Kraken. And then again, if your opponent has like stupid monsters on the board, send them. Otherwise, you'll go in 26, 26, 26, 26, 28 game. So very, very strong card, which is what Kraken brings to the deck. And Kraken is absolutely amazing. It just gives you that other alternative to Sheep. Not that Sheep was bad. It's very, very nice that Sheep did get its reprint. But you know, you can see how effective Kraken can be, and it's a very, very nice card. Very, very strong card. And the artwork is quite funny. And then we're waiting on Patchwork, I believe, which is a another very, very good card for the Fluffal engine. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. And as always, guys, happy dueling. If you like that video, why not check out our other videos available? We've got more deck profiles, pack openings, and of course duels. And don't forget to click on the most important button of all, that subscribe button, right in the bottom left hand corner.